Good day, my name is Jerry, and welcome to Kathan's Journey, where I will be showing my journey throughout the Philippines and Asia. My motto is, go ahead and take the risk, no matter what anyone says, as to live an adventure for a fun and fulfilling life.
So as I stated, this is a wrap-up of the time that I lived in Bohol. Basically, it's a pretty large island, and I lived on a small island that's called Panglao. So I went traveling, and I thought this was pretty good. This is some rice fields, which you see quite a bit here, obviously in the Philippines. But this one had unique irrigation there, which you don't see too much there. And also, it was right on the ocean, as that can be seen here. People all work in the fields, so I thought that looked pretty cool, so I took some video of it. And then here we're going into the man-made forest. This right here, what's unique about here, they built the road through it, and then these type of trees, when there's obviously with any trees, but these being so skinny that they go for the light. So as you're driving down, you can see that the trees lean in towards the middle of the road and basically cause like a cathedral top on the tree. So as you see here, it's a lot better when you do actually see it, but you can see they are leaning towards the middle of the road, and this is again known as the man-made forest. Just let it go through here. Now here we have the Choclate Hills in Bohol, and it's unique formations. I did read how they were formed. Actually, I don't remember, but why they call it the Chocolate Hills. Now, I went when it was kind of getting towards the beginning of the rainy season, so they did get some water, but in a summer before rainy season, when there's no rain or a drought, these turn really dark. So these hills turn dark, due to no rain, and therefore they get more brown, and that's why they call it the Chocolate Hills. Also, there is four-wheeling tours you can take here. As seen, you can go down. I did inquire a little bit about it, but basically you got to follow this guy, or your tour guide, go through and pay for him. And here we're at the Higandanin Cave. That's how you pronounce it. This is right on Panglao Island. I've been here actually a few times or more. I like it just because you'll see here in a minute you can swim inside. You can pause to if you want to read about it. I think it was during World War II they hid in here. So as you're coming in through the entrance there, you see they got stairs coming down. It's a regular cave. Obviously you got stalactites, stalagmites, and when you get towards the pool area, you'll see right here there's a pool. You can go swimming in here. There's two big holes over there that gives quite a bit of light, and the birds fly in, the bats fly in and out, the birds fly in and out, so it's kind of pretty cool. So you come down, again they got stairs and guide rails, and you can see the stalactite. There's two of the big holes that go outside, gives a lot of light by the pool in. So I can't remember which one, stalactite or stalagmites, come down from the ceiling to meet. And this is pretty fresh water, even though it's on the island of Panglao. I don't recall if it had maybe a slight salt. I don't recall if it did or not. I remember it being pretty fresh. Obviously they have life preservers there for people that don't swim well. I went out there, the deepest part is probably about 4 meters, and about 12, 13 feet maybe in the deepest part, where most people dive off there. It's like 8, 10 feet or something like that. They can see somebody here, yeah, right here. If you dive close, it's right where that guy jumped in. That's deeper there. It's not very big. You can see how big it is. I tried going back in the caves, where people usually don't go. I got yelled by the guy that's in there. Hey, I can't go in there. Come back. So So this right here is the Loboc River Cruise, and basically it's a pretty big barge. Probably get about 20, 30 people on it. You go out on a river cruise, they feed you, got some pretty good food. This right here is one of the first stops. They got local people there singing for you, welcome, they went through 2 or 3 dance routines. Wish I would have had a better mic. It was really windy a bit, and the sound did not come out at all. So, but you can see what they're doing here. Go ahead and enjoy the performance. I'm going to give them a little tip. I think she just moved the tip jar there a bit, but you give them a tip coming in. So this is actually, I think before or after, I don't remember you coming in and out, but I love Loboc. This is actually where I think we were coming back here, get on the boat itself, the barge, which is right there. Obviously I'm on one, we're going down the river, but you can see how big they are. Two big pontoons. That's where they moor when they come in. We had quite a few of these going up and down the river. They were actually building one down the river that I saw earlier. I don't think I have a recorder, but they were building. So here we're actually going down the river. You see it's pretty bluish green there, pretty nice looking water. You can see how big it is. They have tables, and down the center table here I'll show you some of the food. Obviously Filipino shrimp, food, and rice, obviously, soup, salad. So it was pretty good food. See the barge walking around. This overall was probably about the actual going up and down the river was probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long. Some of them, like I don't know, maybe it's a weekend. I've been there, a couple times. Although I just did the river cruise this once, but I've seen live 1 or 2 people singing on the barge, or like what we had like a DJ that was on there playing music. So this basically is towards the end. This is where they turn around. There's little falls there, kind of rocky, but anyway, we wound up turning around. And again, there's more than one going up and down the river. There's probably, I'd imagine, 3 or 4 going up the river, but this is what they look like, how big they are. Now, see, there's people on this. You wave to them, they're back. But you'll see, again, 2 big pontoons, and in the back you'll see how they move it. They actually got a small boat in the back that moves the barge, basically. Again, it was nice going down. Didn't really see any wild animals or nothing. Saw a couple cranes, white cranes, and some other stuff. But there's nothing like alligators or nothing like that on there. Here comes another boat, so you can see how far they are apart. Now here we're getting in the Kumago Waterfalls in Bohol. This is not the largest waterfall that they have there, but it's pretty nice, and it's one of the closest ones to where I live there in Panglao. I was up here a couple times. You do park quite a bit away from the actual falls, and a little hike to get there. They ask you to pay for parking. They ask you to pay for a tour guide that takes you out there. Basically, they do that everywhere here in the Philippines. They got tour guides for, even if you don't need them, just to help with people to have a job there. So you pay for a guide to take you out. This one here was probably about a 20-minute walk, and nice trail. It was raining, so it was a little bit muddy on the trail. But you go out, and usually you swim at the pool area. That's always allowed, and obviously you're allowed to use drones like I did here. It was pretty deep here. I was diving off a little bit, but it was a pretty nice, refreshing pool. Here we're going down the river. And we're coming back up onto the falls pool. Yeah, it's pretty refreshing diving off. They had a place you could change there, just a little shack. See there to the right, they had that little dock you could use actually to go out on it a little bit, dive off. This falls was pretty decent in the height coming down. It was not the largest fall in Bohol, but it's a pretty decent height. And again, up on top you saw the little pool area before it came over. Okay, here we are looking at the smallest living mammal in the world, known as a tarsier. They're basically here in Bohol. I don't think they're very much found anywhere else in the Philippines, except here in Bohol, except maybe zoos or something like this. Now, this was a sanctuary for them. They are nocturnal. They sleep during the day and more active at night. That's why you see them all basically sleep here. There was a couple that were awake, people coming by, but they're pretty cool to see. Now, here we're at Mirror of the World in Sakatuna there. Not too far from where I live, about 45 minutes, and basically it just shows different parts of the world. The main characters, again, you see here Hollywood, and they call it Bohollywood because of Bohol. They got all different parts of the world. Rio de Janeiro there on top. You'll see, and we'll go through this a little bit. They got Leaning Tower of Pisa, Eiffel Towers, windmills, and there's the Rio de Janeiro. There's the Eiffel Tower. Leaning Tower of Pisa. They got like Greek up there. What is that? Britain up there. The Big Ben, Statue of Liberty. They have the San Francisco Bridge on here. Windmills for Amsterdam. Netherlands. So it's kind of a pretty cool place to visit. Went there that's for Thailand. There's the San Francisco Bridge. You can see, kind of saw there for Christmas. We was there for Christmas time, so they got the Christmas lights out here. Sun was going down. Was trying to catch it. Looked pretty cool at night. This is from the top. They have a restaurant that was on top, which is where I'm at right now, and it was decorated pretty good for Christmas. And right here is that restaurant. It's more than a restaurant, souvenir shops, restaurant, place to relax up on top to oversee, everything that was below it in the area that I just showed. And again, because it was Christmas, they had it decorated pretty good. I don't know if it's like that all year round or not, but definitely for Christmas. And so that's about it for my video here in Bohol. It's just right here is an island that I took going to or from Bohol from Cebu, I believe. Have a good day. Thanks.
You know what to do. Go ahead and hit those buttons. And thank you for watching Kathon's Journey.